homemade pasta sauce, baby. There's a major glare because, hello?
It's still there.
You're not here. Welcome back to my channel. Hello, my, I think, 3 subscribers. So I've recorded a day of eating, and it's kind of all over the place, but I hope you enjoy it. I also share something that I think was one of the most important things that I learned while I was cooking. This hair, Reese Witherspoon, Libby Lou.
Bruh.
My forehead. On with the video. Enjoy. Okay, I started by roasting the cauliflower. I added some garlic powder, olive oil, salt, pepper, paprika, and a little bit of cayenne. Ooh, for that spice. Very, very cheesy. Gouda, cheddar. I'm gonna do, I think this is a white cheddar. I'm just gonna have like a random plethora of cheeses. I'm gonna make like a creamy, not so vegan sauce. I'm feeling like I need the cheese. So that is what I'm gonna do. Woo, baby. Look at this cheese. Woo. All right. Let's show you what's going on. So we are sauteing some shallots. I'm gonna turn that down, it's a little high. We're boiling our pasta.
Yes.
So to the shallot, I'm gonna add some butter. So to the butter, I'm gonna add, let's say 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm gonna turn it into a roux. If I need to add more flour, I will. But basically you want it to be like this little pasty situation. I'm gonna add this little bit of flour. So I'd still say that was about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm gonna add about as much milk as I want sauce. So I'm gonna basically cover the entire bottom. So that looks good to me. And then you're gonna bring this to a boil. And then once it starts boiling, I'm gonna add all that cheese. Now that this is boiling, I'm gonna add all the cheese. It's gonna be hard to do with one hand. So I reduced the heat, I added all the cheese, and now I'm just gonna stir it in. I don't know how much cheese that was, but I went ahead and added all of it. It looks very creamy. All right. Ooh, and I added a little bit of water, so now it's like, perfect. I'm not gonna add salt. The cauliflower is really salty, and cheese itself is pretty salty, so I'm just gonna go with itself right there. But it looks delish. Get this pepper off of the back of the spoon, mix that in, but it looks so good. So I just mixed in my pasta. Looks so creamy. And now I'm just gonna top it with some of the Cajun cauliflower and call it a day. Ooh, girl, she looks so good. Literally. Yum.
Conehead vibes.
Is this hood not the biggest thing ever? What is it? I love it. I love it. I literally just get lost in here and I realize that I have my hood up all day. One time, I was out on a date with this guy and he said,
Wow, you're really not afraid to eat. I like that about you.
he was like, what does that even mean? I don't know if that was a compliment.
I love eating. I just spiraled out of control during that, but
one of the best things that I have learned, cooking wise, is how to make a roux. Literally, if you want to make any type of really good creamy sauce, like even a queso, anything like that, you need to make a roux. And it seems really hard. I used to be really intimidated by it, but it's so good. And literally to make your own sauce, to make your own Alfredo, cheese sauce, any of that, it's so much better than doing it out of a jar. Obviously, if that's like the only thing you can get to, fine. But most people already have butter, flour, and cheese and milk in their house, whether it's vegan or not. So I've made a roux vegan, but you literally just melt butter, sprinkle the flour on top of it, make it into like a paste situation, which is what you saw. Add your milk. Once it gets to a boil, add your cheese. Boom. How easy is that?
how easy is that?
Know what I mean? It does not take very long. Goodbye, Easy Mac. So for breakfast, I made one of my favorite things, which is the sweet potato bowl. So I normally roast my sweet potatoes like a day in advance, or if I'm meal prepping, I'll do them like a week. She wants to tell you how we're doing it too. So basically, you can store this sweet potato for up to a week. Just put it in an airtight container. I'm only using half of this sweet potato because it was kind of a big one. And I'll use the leftovers for lunch. So I just mix it up, make it a little smooth, and then I actually just pop it in the microwave for about 60 seconds, sometimes a little longer if it's a little cold, but it's literally that simple, just reheating sweet potato. So after you take it out of the microwave, you're going to want to stir it back up to make sure that it's smooth again, or not so smooth like mine. Add whatever you'd like on top, which I always have blueberries and bananas on hand, so they pretty much go in every time, and I love them. Also, I added some hemp hearts and some sliced almonds and a little bit of sun butter. But seriously, this is one of my most favorite breakfast dishes that I make, and being able to make it kind of ahead of time is also really easy, and it feels like it was a very time-consuming meal. It's very filling, but it's so simple and delicious. What does that look like? So with that leftover sweet potato, I just made sweet potato black bean quesadilla, which I had some leftover black beans, and I just added them to a tortilla, smashed the sweet potato, and then topped it with cheese and popped it in a skillet, flipped it on both sides. You know the deal with a quesadilla. So easy, so good. It's like a sweet and salty. It's just delicious.